Most tutors don't believe Patrick's story when they first hear it. The sheer speed and scale of his growth are so staggering that this belief has just become the default reaction. You see, just in a few months, he was able to go from 5K per month in October of 2024 to 70K per month because we built a good foundational process of offer, lead gen, appointment setting, and a sales process. And then from 70K per month to 180K, again, not a year, not a quarter, a month, because we focused on advanced acquisition and operation techniques, as well as implemented a completely automated AI content ecosystem. And here's the thing, when most tutors hear this transformation, they just instantly start listing reasons why this couldn't work for them or why the story is made up. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly which levers we pulled to make sure that those revenue jumps were possible, and exactly how you can also implement all of this into your own tutoring business, whether you're at 2K, 5K, or even 20K per month. So stick with me here, and I promise once we go through everything, you will never be able to look at your tutoring business in the same way ever again. And listen, if you're watching this and you're already thinking, how could this apply to my specific situation? You can also book a call with my team in the link in the description of this video. So let's get into it. Let's first break down exactly how we were able to get him from 5K per month to 70K per month in 90 days. So before Patrick started working with us, he didn't really have any lead nurturing in place. He mostly had practically zero social media presence. Nobody knew he existed. He definitely wasn't posting videos, and they definitely weren't AI videos. His offer was also pretty generic, meaning that when someone did stumble upon him, the offer was really appealing and they weren't pulled in, meaning they didn't want to engage with the ad, engage with the website, and ultimately they didn't want to have a conversation with him. And he was also doing absolutely everything himself, which led him to be overworked and frustrated due to constant rejection by parents. And ultimately, he was quite unsure about the future of his business and was very close to actually giving up. So the first thing we absolutely needed to fix was his offer positioning. If you don't have a refined offer, all that advertising is gonna go to waste, because when people see your offer, they need to clearly understand how it's different to everyone else, why it's better than everyone else, and exactly how it works, right? It needs to kind of make sense. We also needed to choose the most profitable subject/targeting. See, Patrick, before he started working with us, was doing SAT, PSAT, ACT, and 10 other exams as well. And we needed to focus on only one, because one exam is more than enough to get you those results. And opening up multiple exams is just gonna leave you as a generic tutor in the market, again, who can technically do everything, but everybody knows that you're a specialist at nothing and you don't really do anything that well, right? So people just don't engage with your ads. We also needed to make sure that he's profitable enough to actually scale. You see, most tutors just undercharge because they think they can't raise their prices. So for that very reason, once we had the offer down, we also created a new pricing structure, which basically allowed him to charge from $3,000 to $5,000 US for a single tutoring package. And ultimately, we needed to create a complete custom marketing plan around which all of this will be set in place. So once we know exactly what he's gonna offer, how he's different, we then need to get him some attention, right? So for lead gen, we use two fundamental things. We use short form content and we use meta ads, right? Now, on the content side, he doesn't film absolutely anything. He does not film a single video. Everything is completely automated and made with AI, and yet he's still able to get 10K, 40K, 100K, and 45,000 viewers. Why is that? Well, because if you make educational content and you specifically target the exact student that you want to buy from you, then your content not only gets a lot of views, it also gets people who actually want to buy. So we started asking people, why did you book a call with us in the first place, right? And almost everyone says it's because they saw his Instagram/Facebook videos, right? And they really liked how simple he made it. So content is your way of showing people how you teach, who you are as a person, and ultimately conveying value, right? Now, once we have the content down and people see you as the expert and they really want to work with you, we then need to retarget them with some ads. So with the ads, we want to make sure again that we're targeting the correct people. Ideally, we want to retarget the same people that are viewing your content and are already interested, but just need that call to action, just need that little nudge, and then they're over the line and they want to buy, right? And if you do content correctly, you can get people interested for as cheap as $3 to $5 on Facebook. And we do always want to track the performance of absolutely everything, right? So we want to have systems around tracking what the cost per lead is, what the cost per call is, what is the cost per acquisition. And we also want to, most importantly, track the content as well, like which videos are performing, which videos are getting us clients. And when you track all of that, you are then able to basically fill up your calendar like this. So how exactly do you convert all of these leads, all of these views and attention into a calendar that is jam-packed with new people who want to work with you? The first thing you need is you need to have a CRM in place, and you need to nurture these people, ideally with automation, because if you're sending all the texts and emails by yourself, that's going to be 10 hours a day just nurturing people, right? You also want to have a dedicated website so that every single person that does come from these ads and does come from these videos can land on this website. And there you want to have a specific video in place that shows them, again, who you are, how you're different, why you're better than your competition, and makes them aware that, hey, this is a premium solution. So that when you actually do hop on all these calls, it's not just a bunch of people expecting something for free or for $50, right? We also place a 24/7 trained appointment setter that basically reaches out to every single person that comments on these videos, that becomes a lead and gives us their information, and makes sure to, again, call them up, ask them a couple of questions. Hey, how come you were interested in SAT tutoring, right? And get them warmed up. This is the first impression they're gonna have of your business, is gonna be this person calling. So this person really needs to be trained to the T to make sure that, again, every single touch point is perfected. From the first time they see our ad, from the first time they see a video, to landing on this page, watching this explainer video, to the appointment setter calling them and getting a bit more understanding about their situation and giving them some advice as well. All of this needs to happen before they even talk to you on this call. And only then do you actually start converting people, because they come on the call educated, they know how you're different, and they basically just need a couple of logistics to make sense, and they're pretty much ready to enroll. And once again, you need to track all of these numbers. So after you have all these calls on your calendar and your week is jam-packed, you need a rock-solid sales process, right? Because without a sales process, sure, we can get, I don't know, what's this, 20, 30, maybe 40 meetings. If you don't have a sales process in place, they're still not gonna buy. You need to have a refined sales script. And after all of this is in place, again, after your offer is defined and you're clearly giving people what they want, you have a lead gen system constantly getting you new attention of people who are interested, and you display how you work with your content. You also have dedicated websites where people can get further educated on how you're different, how you work. You have an appointment setter that calls everyone up, gives them more info, asks them questions about their situation, warms them up, and you have a rock solid sales process in the back end to actually convert all these meetings. That is exactly how you go from 5K per month to 70K in a month in 90 days. Now, most people would be fine with that, right? You went from 5K to 70K, which is what, a 14x increase in revenue within less than 3 months. But for some people, that's not enough. Some people want to hit that 100, 150, and 200K per month, right? Now, I want you to understand the systems that got us from 5 to 70 are completely different to the systems that got us from 70 to, again, 180K a month. After we hit that, obviously, the first thing Patrick needed to do was hire some more staff, because in January, he got a lot of new enrollments. So first, we need to make sure that we can actually fulfill that, right? But as he was hiring, we were doing in-depth data analysis on the past 3 months. We were researching absolutely everything inside this foundation that we laid out, researching what's working, which ads are performing better than others, which videos are performing better. And only after we had all of the data and we knew exactly what was going on, we then started testing out new creatives, and we also employed advanced retargeting ads to, again, retarget all these people. Because as you see, Patrick spent 4K in January, about 3K in December, and around 3K again in November, right? So that's going to be a total of 10K in ad spend. And now you need to retarget all these people because there's still a lot of people in the pipeline that have not yet converted. And we also needed to set up a more advanced automated AI content system. So this AI content system was able to completely remove him from ideating, scripting, filming, editing, and even uploading. Patrick did not need to lift a single finger to pull this off. And obviously, we still need ads, right? You see, ads and organic is the most powerful combo that basically ever existed. Both of those components stimulates another. They go hand in hand, and prospects can't get rid of you. You see, they come in with a video ad, either one static or another, or a third, or however statics you're running, and they get into your system, where you have your IG optimized, your Facebook's optimized, your YouTube's optimized, and your TikTok is optimized. And they cannot get rid of you. You have long form content on your YouTube explaining exactly how you get results from 1380 to 1520 on the SAT. You have short form AI automated content explaining further how you teach and how you get results, getting a lot of views. And then in the middle of all that, you have your Facebook group, where people who are not quite yet ready to take the next step can go hang out, can go help each other out. But because this is your Facebook group, it's branded under you, the value that they're actually giving to one another without your input is then attributed to you because it's your group, it's your community. And they basically circulate inside of the content ecosystem. They get nurtured, educated, and warmed up, and 1% closer with each and every single content piece they see, until eventually they're gonna pay. They're getting retargeted with the ads, they see your short form and long form content, and they're in your Facebook group. And then most importantly, you also have retargeting ads that retarget these people. Everyone that sees your top of funnel ads, everyone that sees your short form content, everyone that sees your long form content. And with all of that in place, you then basically get a lot of comments like this. So this is going to be inbound people who are commenting on his videos and basically saying that they are interested, right? And then you start a conversation with them. You see, they comment here. We automate the process. This is not from Patrick, by the way. This is all automated. All of these replies automated. When they comment, they get an automated DM from Patrick with the freebie that we were talking about in the video. And then again, you have an automated AI appointment setter that continues the conversation, vets them out for qualified and unqualified leads, and books the appropriate leads on a call with Patrick's closer. And then once they actually come from the lead magnet, they comment, the AI takes over, gets them interested, they again get sent to the page where they see how you're different, how you work, and then they take action and they book on a call. And this is exactly what the conversation looks like. Let's say they DM him, get started SAT. Hey, how can I help? What is the fee for SAT classes? Blah, blah, blah. Well, we guarantee a score. So what score would you aim for? And as you can see, they're basically talking with his appointment setter to get on a call, and the end result, yes, is Sunday an option. Yep, you can schedule a call right here. And then once they're on a sales call, after going through all the short form content, all the long form content, all the top of funnel ads, and they get retargeting ads with testimonials and even more social proof, then you can go from 70K in January to 100K in March and 180K in May. And the ultimate end result is that Patrick is now able to consistently, after March, right? In March, he hit 100K. After March, Patrick has not been below 100K a single day. Well, not day, but a single month after March, Patrick hasn't been below 100K. Imagine your lowest months still being 110 or 120K a month in your tutoring business. And this is all because he's now seen as the authority figure in the SAT niche. He has a 18x ROAS on his front-end ads. He has end-to-end lead nurturing systems. He has a completely trained full-time appointment setter, and most importantly, he's got full control of his time and finances and is confident in his business and his own future. He finally has that consistency and predictability that he has been looking for since the very beginning. So if you're stuck at 5 to 10K a month, your first jump is gonna come from setting up the correct foundation. You need a correct offer and you need a predictable stream of new students coming in every single day. Whereas if you're already at 20, 30, or even 50K a month, then we need to look at the advanced stuff, right? How are you nurturing these leads? What kind of content ecosystem do you have in place? How does a client actually experience the journey from the first time they see you to the time they pay and to the time they actually get the results? How long is that whole process and what does that all look like? And I want to reassure you, Patrick's results are not unique because of who he is. They are only unique because he chose to take action and he stuck with the process. And if you want to see what's possible for your own tutoring business, just book a call with my team in the description of this video and we'll look at your goals, bottlenecks, how much time you have to invest and how much money you have to invest, and we will create a specific game plan for your tutoring business to get it to the next level.